Oh, hey guys. Oh, hey guys. Well, hey guys. All right, that's embarrassing. Hello from Kentucky. We left mid-November from Wisconsin, headed down through Indiana where we visited with some friends, then went on over to Ohio and West Virginia, crossing off 2 more states on our list. And now here we are in Kentucky for a couple of weeks. It is a frigid 40 degrees, 41 degrees today in southern Kentucky, but we are not complaining because it is like 15 degrees up in Wisconsin. So we are counting our blessings, being a little further south and enjoying winter. I wanted to share with you just a small glimpse at what we've been up to this last month being back on the road. It feels good. It feels good to be moving again, going to historical places. We're big like history junkies. So if we haven't been to anywhere that's like super historical in a while, we start to just get a little restless. We're like, where can we go? What like Civil War battlefield can we go visit next weekend? Like that's what we do for fun, which I know is probably super lame to a lot of people, but we love it. Being in southern Kentucky, we are super close to Tennessee right now, so we're actually just popping down to the Nashville area and doing things down there with friends. And then there's some things just north of where we're staying, Mammoth Cave National Park and Abraham Lincoln's birthplace. So we've just kind of gotten back into the groove of being on the road and a little more adventurous in the afternoons, going out and seeing things. But also it's a little bit more low key where we can focus on our business, focus on getting homeschool back into a routine and things like that. And so we've just been enjoying life. But here's a look at what the last month has been like for us. Enough, our season has come to an end here in Wisconsin, and we hit the road again to head south for the winter. Here we go. This time with a second car, which we've never done on a longer road trip before. Like to not be in the truck, but do what I gotta do. I know. It's a little squishy. It's sketchy when we do stuff like this, but it makes it fun, adventurous. John loves it. This is the reality that all of our stops are not glamorous. We're here at a gas station in pretty much the middle of nowhere, Illinois, on our way to Indiana. But you know what? We found full hookups, and for 20 bucks a night, I guess you can't beat it, right? So we stayed almost a week in Indiana where we got to visit with friends. We didn't stay for super cheap. We stayed at a KOA, but we didn't have a whole lot of options when it came to being close to our friends. But it was definitely a beautiful, beautiful campground, which is near Monticello, Indiana. You're fine. Good. Oh, look at that beautiful tree. Bye, Indiana.
Bye, Indiana.
This is a good start. Following a combine through town in Indiana. One of the great ways, oh, it's sunny out here. It's beautiful. It's in Ohio. But one of the great ways that we save money is we have a Harvest Host subscription. So this allows us to stay at places for free. We do need to support the places that we stay at, but it's awesome because instead of just paying for hookups overnight when we're totally self-contained and we can get by a few nights boondocking no problem, we can actually go and get goods or go do something fun. We're here at today's harvest, and so we're gonna go over to the market. It's actually a full-blown pumpkin patch, but we just did a pumpkin patch 2 days ago. So we're gonna go over here and actually check out the market and find something yummy to buy And in the morning they serve donuts at 7:30, so we'll be back over in the morning. If you want to see how we boondock, check out this video. I get into what we do for solar and charging our batteries and our tanks and everything. Come on, Nora.
Come on, Nora.
All right, we got our donuts and our coffee. Yay, Harvest Hosts. Well, this is new. Got some horse spectators. That hit that right there.
I should not.
I
should
know.
have stopped and waited.
Yeah. We had to make a super sharp turn. John was following me in the Mazda, and I actually stopped the car and I honked at the guy who was sitting there. And I told him, big trailer coming, you need to move. He threw his hands up at me all pissed off, did not move. So John had to make the turn super tight, and it went down a little ways. So we scraped on the back, and then our truck bed actually hit the cap as well. So this was totally ripped up. Couldn't see, went in there. So basically the rails of the truck bed, and it did dent the rails a tiny bit, but it just hit right there. It was the perfect storm, perfect angle to kind of just hit it just right. So otherwise we did scrape in the back, which is always something that happens, but minimal damage. John will just repair it with some tape and we'll be good. So, 95% of the time, I am the one scheduling the RV parks that we go to, and I'm usually pretty good at it. I know to look for big rig friendly. I check the route ahead of time and make sure we're not like too far off the interstate. I kind of splurged to get us in Hocking Hills Forest. It's supposed to be one of the most beautiful areas to see fall colors in the state of Ohio, and I mean so far it is absolutely beautiful. However, I put us at a RV park for people with horses. So literally when I got here, I mean, you can smell the horses, you can see the barns. There's not a single person here without a horse trailer. And I looked at the lady when I checked in and I was like, we don't have horses. And she was like, you don't have to have horses. Nobody here has to have horses. We can already tell it's gonna be so neat to explore. And literally you can board your horses here, get on the horse, and then head out on one of the 50 trails that are close by. So this is us, and literally that's the horse stall. And they have multiple horse stalls. So this is a big one. Look how pretty these trees are, you guys. It is gorgeous. And then you look here and there's another horse stall, bathrooms, and then I believe there's even another horse barn up near the front as well. So also no hookups or no septic, which I didn't know. Online it said full service and hookups, but they technically didn't say full hookups. So anyways, the kids are going to love coming over here and visiting the horses. We've already said hello, and they've already helped John back up. They were super curious about us, but yeah, I'll be in heaven just getting to say hello. So today we're actually going to Hocking Hills State Park. You don't have to pay to get in the state park, I think because people actually live in the park itself and there's businesses and things like that. But we're gonna first stop at the visitor center and then check out the Old Man Caves Trail, I believe. claustrophobic, so.
Ooh, that cracker
It's short enough. There's light. So this is Old Man's Cave. I don't see a waterfall. I thought there's supposed to be a waterfall. Is there maybe usually water that runs down here? Like off of this, maybe?
Could be.
In the rainy season?
All right, now both hands in the air, like you're riding a roller coaster. Put them up.
So we are doing the Conkles Hollow Nature Preserve Trail. We are doing the Gorge Trail, which is shorter and paved. Obviously for our 3-year-old, it's just the best fit, but they do have a pretty short 2.5 mile rim trail as well that we heard is really pretty. So going into the gorge. These trees are so big. Look at the rock up there. It's the edge of the gorge.
Whoa.
Oh, look at the leaves, you guys. They're pretty. I feel very small. We're taking the 0.8 mile loop to get down to Rock House, which is a cave formation and is supposed to be totally worth the visit. So we're gonna go check it out. Go guys, way to hold it. Okay, you can let it go. Woo! Oh, is there another way in? Awesome, Nora. Well, this is probably the most treacherous part, coming down from the rock house, but otherwise, totally doable with young kids. Don't have sewer? Gotta take a dump run.
It's just shower water this time.
All right.
Still stinks though.
I'm not gonna see any obscenities come through there. So Monday night,
Yeah.
all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, all day Thursday.
No, let's
And then we had a
taste
dump.
it.
Oh, it's raining.
And I think the toilet could have gone a while longer.
Yeah. Sandy, Sandy. Yeah. So there's a little waterfall coming right down there. There's usually a much bigger one. Good job, Nora. Wet morning, but we're all packed up and ready to head to West Virginia. Look at the ladybugs. One final swarm on our place. Well, we made it to West Virginia. It was just a quick 1.5-hour drive from Ohio. I didn't really realize how noisy this road is here by the campground until right now. We basically just went right over the border into West Virginia, and we're staying at a cozy little campground. It's really small, but it fit our rig just fine. We have a really good spot here, and it's only $225 for the week, so that's 7 nights, which is really affordable for us. We're looking forward to just exploring a little bit of West Virginia. There are some state parks around, not a lot of historic sites. All of that is really in the eastern side of the state. I think we're gonna go to Charleston. We're gonna go to the capital of the state and explore there and just kind of figure out what in the world there is to do in western West Virginia.
High five!
Right or wrong?
Mom, get up.
Wow.
Should you see how fast we can go through?
No.
Really get the clicky clanky.
Right? That's cool. Well, West Virginia was relaxing, pretty uneventful. We were in a location that there wasn't a lot to go do and see, but we couldn't go too far east because I was just going to make our drive back to Kentucky that much longer. Definitely missed the trees. You can tell peak was like a week or two ago. We knew we would though, because last year we came through here in mid-October and the trees were gorgeous. So we knew coming end of October we'd more than likely miss it, but it's still beautiful. It's still beautiful to be on the country roads, to see the covered bridges, to go to the little towns, see the Ohio River. We always love finding local coffee shops and just kind of finding what there is to do locally in the small towns. And so we definitely got to do that, and we got a lot of work done, a lot of school done, and just kind of a time to reset for this week while we were in West Virginia. So now we head to Kentucky. We have some fun things we're going to do there before we head south to it's pretty much on the border of Kentucky and Tennessee, that we're then going to stay there for a month. So we literally came this way so that we could fill in Ohio and West Virginia, and we did that. Woohoo! We are at a beautiful RV park out in the Kentucky countryside. Okay, so I promise you, not all of our stays are glamorous, and this is proof. So I will give props to this campground because you could not tell online that they were literally a stone's throw away from an interstate. We looked at it on the maps and we saw that the campground was close to the interstate, which is great for us because then we don't have to do a bunch of back road stuff. But this is way too close to traffic noise for our liking, and it is very loud at night as well as during the day. The RV park isn't a great location because it's between Cincinnati and Lexington, so popping up to do the Creation Museum in Cincinnati was really convenient. And then if we wanted to do the Ark, it's only 10 minutes from here. So really nice for convenience in going and doing and seeing different things in both Cincinnati and Lexington, but I don't know if it's worth the traffic noise. I think we would have rather drove an extra 10 to 15 minutes if we could have just had a quiet stay, because we are not sleeping with this road noise. Now that would have been epic if you could have slid down the slide and caught it. It looks so funny.